TDU fans, it is time to finally rejoice. We have just gotten some new official, yes official information regarding Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. And this was what they tweeted. Guys, are you ready to meet Vivian? What looks to be a massive TDUSC logo on a screen, and in front of that looks to be Vivian. I cannot tell if this is in-game or not. I mean, it's kind of blurred, the shadow is there, and the ground texture kind of looks like it's in game. But hey, let's not get too ahead of ourselves yet. Let's talk about who Vivian is, what newsletters we've already heard about in the past, what to expect, and more. This might be the time when the con finally says, you know what, it's time to market the game. Let's kick it up a notch. Guys, let's get straight into this. Now, the first thing I want to cover is who is this Vivian person. Now, in the last newsletter, and not June newsletter because they did skip that, but in the May newsletter, we learned about the Solar Hotel. And in that, there were some key bits of information about the Radiant, who is basically the overseers of this whole competition, and Vivian, who is the CEO of it. So the first part of the newsletter is actually related to this. It does say, "Dear Solar Club members, a little known but highly influential organization called Radiant will soon invite the first members to an extraordinary competition, the Solar Crown. The public are unaware of the group's motives, but it's clear what they value: prestige, a love of cars, and competition. No one knows the exact origins of the Radiance, but it is made up of elite and influential people whose goal is to create a street racing extravaganza without limits. To allow future participants to compete with the best possible preparation, the Radiant has built an impressive and luxurious building, the Solar Hotel." Basically, the Radiant built this hotel and some other places around the island to populate it for this competition. But just a couple of sentences later, it does mention Vivian. It says, "A modern and luxurious HQ. After taking the elevator, you head to your first suite, graciously provided by Vivian, president of the Solar Crown Organization Committee." So actually, I lied to you guys. She's not the actual CEO, although president and CEO, you could say, have the same thing. But she is president of the Solar Crown organization. So all the races, she was basically the president of it. And it leads me to believe, kind of continuing on from the story of TDU2, maybe she bought this from the Winteries and then now she runs it. But regardless, the Radiant and the Solar Crown Organization Committee are probably tied into two, and Vivian is the person who's running it all. And I'm pretty sure we might actually see her in the game when it comes out. I mean, it kind of makes sense considering that they're already talking about this character in the game. But let's take a step back to one of the previous newsletters that we got, the first one actually. So this is the very first newsletter we got on car dealers and workshops. Now, this is very key to what we could possibly be getting in this month's letter, or whatever the hell Nakon are planning to do. It does say, "Dear Solar Club members, we have been quiet for a long time, but we fully understand how eager you are to learn more about this game, a project that means so much to us as it does to you." That's not a lie. I'm pretty sure KT and Nakon are trying their hardest to bring this game to life. But the real part I want to talk about is this part here. It does say, "They will also be a chance to keep you up to date on everything with TDUSC this year. Here are a few examples of what we intend to share in the coming months." So screenshots and exclusive concept art, we've already kind of seen that through the past 3 newsletters that we've gotten. Then it does say gameplay details. And then it does say live game sessions with the developers. And then it also says information on testing phases. Now, in my previous video, I covered quite a few things about this. So in March, we learned all about the dealers and workshops that will be found all across Hong Kong Island. And many of those are pretty much very true to the TDU DNA. Then the month after, we learned all about the map. And we got some pretty stunning shots throughout the map of all of its different areas. And I can't wait to see this in game when it actually comes out. And then it does go on to show the hotel, which was a bit disappointing because it did mention houses were unfortunately canned for launch, but they are coming post-launch and it's tied to the story. So that is there, and I can't wait to see what they do with houses when the time comes. But for the month of June, we got nothing. No newsletter, no mention from the con, no mention from Test Drive account. Nothing happened on the news side. But we found out a couple of unofficial, official things, such as the apparent delay. I say delay in quotations because we don't actually know officially. It's not officially confirmed, but it is scheduled to release before March 2024. And I've told you guys so many times, that's the furthest it's ever going to get delayed. It's gonna release this fiscal year. It has to at this point. But I also covered an article from the Con CEO where he did state that the game is just about finished and it's about to enter its polishing and finishing stages, which kind of leads me to believe it's about to leave alpha once that gets approved. It's now going into the beta stage. And what comes with the beta stage? closed beta test, which is actually something that was mentioned when the game first delayed back in May 2022. Yes, closed betas are supposed to happen for this game. Could this be it? Well, on SteamDB, there are quite a few indications that would lead me to believe that beta testing could be happening before this summer ends, whether that be this month, next month, or even in September. Definitely, I think before the Crew Motorfest drops, we might be getting some form of beta, or maybe right after it happens. Who really knows? But this whole thing saying, are we ready to meet Vivian, kind of leads me to believe that we're about to see gameplay. Don't get me wrong here, I'm like, this could be on my Tenerife moment 2.0 type of stuff, but hey, are we ready to meet Vivian? I don't even know. I mean, so far we haven't really learnt much about the clans. I mean, we've known the names, we've known what each of their vibes will carry, but we haven't seen the HQs other than this concept art, and we haven't seen anything about the clans apart from that. And even the vehicle details, I think, is another newsletter we could go over. In fact, forget all that, gameplay in general is something that's been missing. I mean, we've been following this game for 3 years, and don't get me wrong, I'm not joining the we need gameplay now bandwagon, but if this game is supposed to release before the fiscal year ends, we kind of need to see gameplay. And it's the summer, all the gaming events are happening. I mean, Need for Speed Unbound had its update last month, Forza Horizon 5 had an update last month. The Crew Motorfest is on marketing legends right now. They got that Ubisoft money ready to market the game, and the con are gonna have to play a little bit of catch up here. So could this be it? Well, let me talk about what we could possibly expect from this. I mean, guys, this is pretty sus. One thing I want to point out is that when you zoom in, you have this little effect here. Now, this is an effect that appears to be something from an in-game thing. This is something, when you take a picture of a screen, you kind of get that effect. So hold on, if this isn't in-game and this is like an actual like screen, then who the hell is this? Obviously, it's gonna be Vivian, but if this is a real character, I'm really interested to see what they do. But listen, the signs kind of point to gameplay with this massive screen behind us, or at least some massive news regarding this game. Or it could be Nakon Connect, because don't forget, we are supposed to have Nakon Connect this week. I mean, for the past 3 years, yes, 3 years in a row, Nakon Connect has been held in the first week of July, and it's been announced in the first 2 weeks of June. So we've got nothing regarding Nakon Connect, nothing at all. So it kind of leads me to believe, what the hell are Nakon planning here? Maybe it's gonna be like a trailer that's gonna drop and then that's it, and give us some beta details, or it could just be some gameplay reveal. It's hard to tell, but guys, it's time to get hyped. I think if you're gonna post a picture like this, it is time to get hyped. Now is when the marketing has to kick up. They've skipped a month, and it looks like they're about to come back super hard. So guys, comment down below what you think is gonna happen in the next couple of days. I'm interested to see what happens next. I cannot wait, but I'm hyped. I'm super hyped. You guys already know what it is, and if you haven't already, check out this video on this side. Oh wait, hold on, that's not even the right button. Bam, there we go. On this side of the screen, if you guys want to check out some more TDUSC information, you already know what it is, guys. I'm Max7, and I'll see you in another video. I'm out, guys. Peace.